Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network this Thursday night. The Sim Auto Racing Association and the Button Box Shop Super Series back in action, taking on South Boston Speedway. This wonderful Thursday night. A little hiccup there on our bar. It says Iowa, but actually it's South Boston Speedway for the Team Satellite and Security Sobo 150. We're going to go to the playing of the National Anthem. When we come back, we'll let you know who's the top of the series and what you can expect here tonight. Week number 4 in the Button Box Shop Super Series. Stay tuned, folks. Gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network this Thursday night. I'm Dustin Caldwell, and tonight the Button Box Shop Super Series back in action. Week number 4 taking on South Boston Speedway for 150 laps, part of the Dean Satellite and Security Sobo 150. We got here tonight drivers out there doing a little bit of hot lap action currently on the track before we head to the grid. Coming into week number 4, Derek Robinson does lead the series. He has just a 7-point lead over Richie Davidowitz. Back in third, Matt Rolfe. Trevor Edwards in fourth. Brandon Wilkinson rounding out the top 5. Derek Holthausen, Ian Lane, Scott Dunlap, Josh Berry, and Craig Bontrager, your top 10 here heading into tonight. And looks like we're about ready to get going. Let's take a look at the race information tonight here at South Boston Speedway. 69 degrees in the air, 34% humidity, clear sky, 96 degrees down there on the track. We're going to look see if we can get an actual driver interview for you here. They're going to have a little bit of warm-up here tonight. Told had about 45 people preparing to come to the track tonight. And they had to cut it down a little bit, so we can get you a driver interview while we wait. Again, it's going to be week number 4 of the series, folks. Looking for a great race here tonight. Really competitive this week, so expect nothing less here at South Boston. And as we told you, Derek Robinson ahead of the points. Let's see if we can get a driver interview here with Robinson as he's looking to prepare for tonight. Derek, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad. Coming into week number 4 here, leading the series, 7-point lead over Richie Davidowitz. Tell us what kind of pressure is put on you here at South Boston.
Well, sorry, I was just getting out of the car there, I was running some laps. Hoping to do pretty well. Once again, I qualified really bad, so at least I'm par for the course. So if that's anything to show how my previous races have gone, I should be able to work my way to the front. But this is one of our first and few day races that we have with clear skies. So track's probably going to be warm. It's probably going to be loose and slippery. Look for everyone to be searching for grip right away. So it should put on a pretty good show. Hopefully everyone can kind of keep their nose clean, but we'll see what we got going on. Hopefully to work our way up to the top. Me personally, I'll be a bottom feeder, so I'll probably be below the yellow line as much as I can around here.
Talking about that, one thing we did see last season out of you, not a really good qualifying car that you had last season, but you were able to wheel that machine in every feature that you went into. I mean, we've seen you start in the 20s and end up in the top 5, if not close to a victory. So, I believe the last time was here, either here or Lanier last year, you ended up having the late race pit stop that kind of foobarred you there for getting victory. But coming into tonight, I mean, do you feel you got enough space? I mean, this is a very narrow track that we're facing here, and passing, especially with the 96.
Yeah, you're breaking up on me there for just a little bit, but I got the gist of what you were saying. Yeah, here in Lanier, they're somewhat similar in setup as far as what I'm running right now. The drive off is key for both of them, and it's going to be key here again tonight. I'm just talking with some of my teammates and talking with Bill Martin and Spearman. They're kind of fighting the same thing we are. So they're some of the best, and if they're fighting it, then everyone else is fighting it as well. But yeah, I mean, just drive off is going to be key no matter what. I mean, that's usually king no matter where you go, but somewhere around here or Lanier, where you have to get the drive off to at least show your nose or get under someone is going to be key. So we'll see what happens. There's 150 laps, and a lot of cars here came out tonight, which was good to see. But it's going to be a hot, slick track, no tires or anything like that. So I'm going to take care of them.
Definitely looking for some great competition here tonight. Best of luck to you in the Sub 150.
All right, thanks, brother.
All right, folks, there you have it. A little bit of driver interview from your series points leader coming into tonight. Again, Derek Robinson with a 7-point lead over Richie Davidowitz. Matt Rolfe back in third. Trevor Edwards fourth. Brandon Wilkinson, your top 5 here in the Button Box Shop Super Series. And if you haven't done so already, folks, check out the Button Box Shop out there on the web on Facebook. Charlie Kuzma doing an excellent job of providing some great simulation products, custom button boxes. Whether you race, you have a flight sim, things of the like, and you need a custom button box to help ease most of the controls. And anybody in the simulation world will tell you that simulations are not exactly friendly for those of you who are out there in the console world. You got everything on one controller, but a simulation can take up multiple keys, and having the appropriate button box just to help you out and just with the push of a button have something done definitely makes life a little bit easier. So check them out on Facebook, the Button Box Shop, folks. The other sponsors we got here in the series, HeightsPride.com. Tonight's sponsor, Dean Satellite and Security, and also the Pole Award winner tonight, Bill Martin, scored the Dean Satellite and Security Pole Award. The Car Show, Dunleavy's Truck and Trailer Repair, Area 52 Designs, Callaway Investments, Lions International, Toxic Media Solutions, JBM Racing, and Tundra Super Late Models. Those are your series sponsors. And it looks like we are about ready to advance to the grid. And we're getting word over race control that they are ready to roll. Again, tonight, week number 4 in this series.
Green.
And it looks like the green flag flies. We're off to the race here in South Boston. I do apologize for a little bit of the technical difficulty that we just had. And following the number 8 of Derek Robinson as he makes his way around the track. Up front is the 92 of Ty Spearman. Ty Spearman currently has about a .175 lead over the field as he makes his way into lap number 4. Into the backstretch, here comes the number 11 of Everin Sorensen. Sorensen in the Valvoline machine is going to look to the inside. The number 78 of Tanner Cook in third position as they work their way into the first turn here on lap number 5. Firing into turn number 3. Here comes the number 16 of Daniel Pope. Back in fourth position, rounding out your top 5 is the number 34 of Nicholas Johnston. Side-by-side action into the backstretch. Right behind David Krikorian, Christian Peterson, the 04 machine. The 98 of Ian Lane had a nice little battle. Now comes Matt Coker, excuse me. And Tim Bill's going at it. Whoa! Somebody got loose down there. And these narrow turns definitely making it tough to pass. Coker up to the high side as Bills looks to the inside as they head into turn number 1 here into lap number 8. Just ahead of the number 98 of Ian Lane in 9th position. And Tim Bills diving it down low. Caution flag comes out on lap number 9. And it looks like a bunch of cars involved in the front stretch here. The number 18 of Thomas Hazard involved. We'll dial back the replay for you and take a look. Following the number 18 of Thomas Hazard as he makes his way around the track. He may end up just coming into it. And Derek Robinson involved as well as the 81 and a bunch of different cars getting caught up in that mix. So as we take a look, here's a look at your running top 5. It is Spearman, Sorensen, Cook, Pope, and Johnston. Tonight's wall camera is brought to you in part by Ryan Eckstein of Eckstein Cameras. Get to showcase a lot of the intensity here at this short track. The lights are off the Mustang iRacing pace car here on lap number 13. It's going to be the number 92 of Ty Spearman taking us back to the green, to the outside, and Sorensen in the left machine. Here we go. Pace car looking for pit road this time. There it goes. Flagman ready to give the signal. There's the green flag. We're back to race on lap 14. And it's a hurl of cars into the backstretch. Top 5 are single file in the side-by-side action back there with Johnston. As we see him head into the front stretch now. The number 34 of Nicholas Johnston battling side-by-side with Christian Peterson. Nobody's given an inch. They are staying locked. 02 of Jeremy Allen, who won week number 2, is just ahead of him. Into the front stretch yet again. Here comes a 73 of Matt Coker to join the party. Back up front, your race leader, the number 92 of Ty Spearman. Making his debut here tonight in the Button Box Shop Super Series. Doing so in excellent fashion. Sorensen back behind him, some smoke down there on pit road. Somebody having some damage, and what a battle up front. Here comes the number 11 of Evan Sorensen back behind him. Less than 0.2 of a second off your race leader. The number 16 of Daniel Pope having that controversial victory taken away from him early on in the season, week number 1. Now looking to the inside is that Valvoline machine, the number 11 of Sorensen. Looking to put the pressure there on Ty Spearman. To the outside, here comes Daniel Pope. What a fight on the outside groove into lap number 22. Wow, Daniel Pope really working that outside groove, and he's going to look for second. What a beautiful move in the 78 of Tanner Cook in that NOS machine to the high side. He's going to follow Daniel Pope, and you think with the warmer temperatures that the lower groove would be where it's at, but this outside groove paying dividends for the 16 of Daniel Pope, also the 78 of Tanner Cook. Wow. Loose action there from Pope. Now he goes back down to the lower groove. Little switcheroo there, going from the outside to the inside. Spearman pretty much has his line, which is about the midpoint of the track, as you're starting to see the rubber being laid down, and Daniel Pope looking really slidey right there and loose off of turn 4. Tanner Cook's going to work the grip on the outside now. Side by side with Daniel Pope as they head off turn 4 into the front stretch. What a battle for second. 3 cars going at it. And Sorensen back behind Pope and Cook. Cook's going to have some sparks come right off the wall as he hit the wall on the entry point to turn 3. Daniel Pope. Oh, danger zone just ahead. Evan Sorensen really getting in that red zone there with Daniel Pope. No contact being made. Excellent job by these drivers to stay off one another. And boy, are they invading a little bit of personal space there. And now Sorensen back around Pope into third. Side-by-side action behind Pope. As we see now Nicholas Johnston, Christian Peterson, who have been battling side-by-side, want to join the action. Peterson wanting to get in the top 5. Right there to the inside, he's going to do it as he gets around Nicholas Johnson. Johnson with a little bit of crossover into the front stretch, crossing that start-finish line into lap 30. And I tell you what, folks, what a battle for the top 5 slot. Nicholas Johnson shoots by the 0-4 of Christian Peterson. Oh my, warmer temperatures making this race exciting out here tonight. Spearman, though, as we take a look, back in second position, Tanner Cook. Evan Sorensen going at it. Cook's now looking to battle Spearman for the race lead. Spearman uncontested for the first 31 laps of this race. Now looks to see some pressure there from Tanner Cook. Cook's going to look to the inside. Lower groove down by the apron, providing a little bit of cushion. And Tanner Cook, a danger zone to fight with as he was again loose. A very heavied up rubber track right there, folks. Take a look how dark on the inside of that is. You're going to see Tanner Cook right there, and a little hiccup from Sorensen. Sorensen's going to go into the wall. Now he's looking to the inside quarter panel of Cook. Boy, these guys are really fighting for it. Sorensen back in third position. Daniel Pope back in fourth. He's going to begin to rally it back, and a little dirt track action out of Tanner Cook in turns 1 and 2. What a save, and he's holding on to second. Apron action through 3. Rallies it back off of 4 in the front stretch. He'll end up in third, right in front of Daniel Pope. And it's only a matter of time. I think he's burnt some grip off those tires. Here comes Matt Cucker, the 73 car. Looking to the inside of Daniel Pope off of turn 4. Spearman, though, has a 3/4 of a second lead. Lap traffic in the way. That's the 44 of Paul Fugit. Narrow straightaways here at South Boston. These guys got to find every inch to get around lap traffic. And when you're too wide right behind Fugit, you can only imagine where you want to be. That's outside groove. Cocker is going to make contact with Pope as he was trying to go to the high side. Nicholas Johnson was there. Tanner Cook still in third. Pope trying to get away from the action behind him. Cocker to the high side. We'll also see Johnson behind him. Fugit holding up the lower groove as Jeremy Allen wants to get around him, is now going to look to the outside. And here is where the patience game comes in. You got 150 laps here tonight, 40 of them soon to be down, and everybody's in a hurry to get up to the front. Definitely can't do that in these conditions, especially warmer conditions at a very narrow track such as South Boston. As we take a look and show you the race leader, Ty Spearman here tonight, 40 laps led, about to be 41 as he works his way into the front stretch. Excellent race action, especially with the conditions. Last caution flag.
All right, man, caution is out.
As we
Caution is
just
out.
begin to talk about it, flies for the second time here tonight. And it looks like Brandon Wilkinson moving a little bit slow, the number 56. Let's go back and take a look. We'll dial the camera actually back a little bit for you this time. So following the 56 of Wilkinson in that outlaw machine as he works his way around the track, seeing if we can capture possibly what brought out this caution flag. It looks like he's going to come into it. And I believe, folks, what I'm being told by race control, somebody had just gotten loose out on the track. Enough. He'd gotten loose just enough to bring out the yellow flag. And again, we was getting ready to talk about it, but lap number 8 was the last time the caution flag had flown. This time around, of course, caution flag coming out on lap number 41. There you see Tanner Cook trying to maintain a lower groove, keeping those tires as cool as possible, trying to regain some grip here while he's pacing. Talking about tonight's sponsors, the Button Box Shop. Check them out on the web at the Button Box Shop. And or on Facebook, HeinzPride.com. Dean Satellite Security, the sponsor for the race here at the Sobo 150 tonight, the Car Show. Dunleavy's Truck and Trailer Repair, Area 52 Designs, Callaway Investments, Lions International, Toxic Media Solutions, JBM Racing, and Tundra Super Late Models are your series sponsors. And we are ready to go back green as the lights are off the Mustang iRacing pace car. Spearman will take us back to the green on lap 48. Here we go. He's ready for some restart action. Here we go. On the throttle. Green flag flies. We're back to the race on lap 48. Side-by-side action continues in turns 1 and 2. Inside, Daniel Pope with the contact in turns 3 and 4.
Caution is out.
And a caution flag is going to come out again, but not as a result of what we saw, as we're going to see the 94 of Daniel Williamson involved in this one, and a lot of smoke in the front stretch right here at the start-finish line. Let's go back and take a look. can tell the drivers here are fighting for every inch coming out of turn number 4. This is the backstretch. Scott Dunlap back there, the number 7 to the high side, and right there, Jeremy Allen is going to get loose in the front stretch right into the side of Williamson. They both are going to hit the inside wall. And, of course, Dunlap involved in this one as well is going to create a roadblock for anybody back behind them in the front stretch. So a little cautions, breeding up cautions here late in the race. I say, we might as well say early. It's past the first third of the race. Still got a little under 100 laps to go. And tonight has so far been that number 92 of Ty Spearman. Let's take a look at the race summary here on lap 53. Out of the 53 now complete. 0 lead changes, 3 total cautions here at the Sobo 150. You're running top 5. Ty Spearman, Tanner Cook, Matt Cucker, Tim Bills, Evan Sorensen. Keep an eye on the 11 and the 78. Their tires have been looking really warm. As they've been running the outside groove, they've been looking loose and loose as this race has progressed. Caution's obviously going to help to cool the tires a bit. Once we go back green, keep an eye on the rear end of those 2 cars. They were looking heavy loose right before the last caution flag. The 1 to go signal given by the flag stand as the lights come off the Mustang iRacing pace car here on lap 55. Spearman will take us back to the green and expect a fast restart from the 92. Once that pace car hits pit road, he's going to be on that throttle. Here we go. Pace car into the 4th turn. Dives into the pits. Spearman off the turn, hits the throttle. Green flag flies. We're back to the race. Follow Ty Spearman. How about Tanner Cook to the outside, but Matt Cucker putting up a fight on the inside groove. Spearman showing the way around the track. Tanner Cook obviously has seen it. He's going to follow the 92 here in turns 3 and 4. Cucker looking for some grip on the inside. He's really holding that line. You gotta wonder if he's gonna make some more progress here in the next couple laps as he begins to get a nose over Tanner Cook. Side-by-side action in turns 3 and 4. Cook rallies back to the outside, but here comes Cucker. Crossing that start-finish line, Tanner Cook. Barely a nose over the 73 of Cucker. Into the backstretch now, they begin to fight yet again. Tanner Cook looking like he has the faster car up on the high side, but the 92 of Spearman looks to be in the way. Here comes the 73. He's got second in turns 1 and 2. Tim Bills now into the mix, as well as the 16 of Poe. And a little bit of juggle action there forces the 78 of Cook to the high side. That'll bring up Tim Bills side by side. Cucker now in second is going to put on the pressure to Spearman for the race lead. Into the backstretch here. Cucker to the inside. Here comes Spearman in contact from Tanner Cook. A frustrated 78 car wanting to get around the 92 on the high side, and the 92 just is like a roadblock, and now we see Tanner Cook falling back. Spearman out of the race lead. Cucker now takes over. Back in second, the 37 of Tim Bills is going to edge out the 92 in turns 1 and 2. Into the backstretch they go here on lap 64. Tim Bills in the H&A Sign and Supply machine trying to pull away from Ty Spearman in that all-in Clemson machine. Most overrated college team out there. I'm going to say that as a true Buckeye fan. Tim Bills now into second position Looking to put some pressure there on the 73 of Matt Cucker. Spearman and Pope go at it here for third position. Spearman looks to be losing a little bit off the time. His last lap was a 15.840, as Daniel Pope had a 7.32 time, and they are now battling off a turn 4 into the front stretch towards lap 67, and just by a half a car length to 16 of Daniel Pope. Looks like he's going to move into third and force the 92 back as he hits the wall. Spearman's going to throw some sparks, and boy, look at this battle. Oh my! The 04 of Christian Peterson says, you know what? I'm going to wiggle my way into this action. Right behind him, Johnston not phased by it, and again Spearman hits the wall in the backstretch. Into the front stretch as they rally out of 4. Spearman falls back, but here comes Peterson side by side with Pope, and a caution flag comes out on lap 69. The 89 of Jeremy Adams involved in this one. Let's go back and take a look. Looks like Adams is going to come into this one. Bill Martin to the inside. David Krikorian just ahead. And of course, this one happening in turns 1 and 2. And it looks like, wow, what a snap. Looked like Krikorian may have hit something. And the wheeling and dealing number 66 Exalta machine is going to go for a spin in turns 1. Bill Martin obviously taking some hit on the inside wall. Smoke coming out of that car. The 89 of Jeremy Adams right there will get plowed by the 11 of Evan Sorensen. And Matthew Eddy's going to go for a spin as well in turns 1 and 2. And right there, the insult to injury to the 89 as he backs right up into the side of David Krikorian. Tonight. Taking a look at our race summary again. This time we got a couple of digits there in the lead change section. 2 lead changes here tonight. 4 total cautions. And as always, here's a look at your top 5. Tim Bills, Matt Cucker, Daniel Pope, Christian Peterson, Nicholas Johnston. Remaining when we get the green flag. Tim Mills and the H&H Sign Supply Machine to take us back towards lap 75. Here we go. Pace car into the 4th turn. Dives into pit road. Bills into the front stretch. Green flag flies. We're back to the race. Tim Bells now begins to pull away. 8 laps led here at South Boston. He's got about a 3/10 of a second lead over Matt Cucker. Cucker feeling the pressure from Daniel Pope as they come off turn 4. Peterson and Nicholas Johnston. How about these 2 drivers tonight? They have been door locked almost the entire race, and they just can't seem to shake either one loose. The 34 of Johnston to the inside of the 04 of Peterson once again. Peterson having about a quarter of a car length there over the 34 of Johnston at the start-finish line. And whoa, get a handle on that one. 04 of Peterson. He's going to make contact with Johnson. Something must have snapped loose in the 04. Here comes Tanner Cook. Cook's going to look to the inside. Ty Spearman back behind Cook, led 61 laps of this race, now finds himself in 7th position as he works his way off of turn 4. Oh, and Peterson and Johnson. Gotta wonder if a little animosity brewed out of that one. Can only imagine as time will tell with these two drivers. Warmer conditions, warmer air really heats things up, especially when you're fighting side by side with another driver for as long as you have been. Let's go back and take a look. Peterson had been looking loose. Let's see what happens here underneath him. He goes underneath Johnston. No contact there, but right there it is, and boom, boom. 2 hits, and they both are going to go to the inside wall. Spearman getting caught up in it. Matt Rolfe, Trevor Edwards as well. And up comes Clay Snyder to get on the brakes. Sparks are going to fly. And the 34 of Nicholas Johnson. How about this retreat to the apron right as Peterson was going by? And I think I may have seen a gesture there in the window to the 0-4. Nevertheless, caution flag comes out for the 5th time here at South Boston tonight. Tim Bills, 15 laps led, has fought his way. Of course, as we take a look at Bills' information, started 9th here on the grid tonight. Here's a look at your race summary. The 2 lead changes, 5 cautions out of the 83 complete. Bunching up side by side on lap number 85 as the lights come off the pace car. Cucker's going to be to the outside of Bills. It's going to be Pope and Erickson now your front 4. Or excuse me, Cook. Pope and Cucker back behind in that second row. Pace cars into the pits. Here we come. Green flag flies. Back to the race. Side by side in turn number 2. Cucker to the outside. He's going to flirt with the wall just a little bit. Will remain side by side with the 37 of Tim Bills coming off turn 4 into the front stretch. Daniel Pope watching the battle just ahead for the race lead here on lap number 88. Side by side. You gotta wonder how long the 73 car can hold that outside groove. We've seen 3 other drivers do it tonight, only to burn a lot of grip off the tires. 61 laps was led by Ty Spearman doing that. And now Matt Cucker looking to edge out that 37 of Tim Bills. Can he do it? Off of turn 4. He's got a nose over him at the start-finish line, and Cucker now has 8 laps led. He's working that outside groove. He will clear Tim Bills before turn 3. Not going to come down in the lower groove. He's going to stay to the outside. Daniel Pope begins to work the quarter panel here of Tim Bills in turns 1 and 2. And Bills remaining in the lower groove, looking a little bit slower. Gets you the lap time here off of turn 4 between Bills and Pope. Tim Bills that time had a 15.616. Daniel Pope had a 15.588. So the outside groove definitely a little bit quicker than that inside line. Into the front stretch yet again, crossing that start-finish line side by side for second. What a battle for second position we've seen here tonight between multiple cars. And now Daniel Pope to the outside, looking to wheel past the 37 of Tim Bills. And he was coming back down. Bills shot to the apron to avoid the contact there. And made a little tire rub there from Daniel Pope, but now Tim Bills. These drivers tonight definitely tagging the wall, either out of turn 2 or out of turn 4. And now Daniel Pope clearing the 37. He's going to work back down to the inside groove, I should say, as he begins to his climb. A half a second just ahead is your race leader. Losing my words here. Jordan Erickson back in 4th. Single file action back behind him is Tanner Cook, Nicholas Johnson, Trevor Edwards. Johnston, though, putting the pressure on the 78 of Tanner Cook. Cook continuing to run the outside line. As they head towards lap 98. Nicholas Johnson can't clear it, but here comes Trevor Edwards. Edwards is going to look to the inside of Johnson out of turn number 2. And Johnson with a little bit of apron action, Edwards with a little bit of apron action there in 4. Looking to pick up some real estate on the 34, was able to do so, but the outside momentum carried him away in the front stretch. Back up front as we follow the 73 of Matt Cucker. 19 laps led as he crosses the start-finish line. 100 laps now complete. 50 remain. Carrying about a half a second lead over Daniel Pope, and here comes Tim Bills. Bills diving underneath the 16 of Pope as they work through turns 1 and 2. Tim Bills looking just a little bit loose coming off that 4th turn. Gotta wonder how that's going to play out, and right there it is, out of turn number 2, Daniel Pope. Shaking loose the 37, Tim Bills falls back to 3rd. Side-by-side action continuing between Edwards and Johnson. Johnson tonight, much showing the battle that this track has been for him here, enduring a fight with Christian Peterson early on, and now Trevor Edwards fighting to get around him. He's going to nearly turn the 78 of Tanner Cook. A little dump and run. That's right, dump and run. Say the least, to move that 78 out of the way. Wow. Heck of a job from Tanner Cook to save it. He's going to fall back to 8th position. Right there behind Richie Davidowitz. Matt Rolfe. How about that car? Tough break there with the crinkled up Dean Satellite and security machine to the high side. Off of turn 4, he's going to be gaining some ground though here. And Matt Rolfe tonight starting 26th inside the top 10 here on lap 107. Now into lap traffic, Christian Peterson will go 1 lap down as the 73 of Matt Cucker passes to the high side. Into lap 109, Daniel Pope. And Tim Bills still going at it. Scary thing when we see lap traffic here at South Boston. Tim Bills trying to work the inside of Pope. still holding on to the outside over Bills into lap 112. Matt Cucker about 6/10 ahead of these two. And Nicholas Johnston, and how about this, finds himself right around Christian Peterson. Johnson's going to clear him in the front stretch, now looking to the inside, the 45 car. Erickson holding on to the outside. Johnston looking to the inside. Trevor Edwards looking a little loose there in turn 3. Johnston fires back, looking to the inside yet again of the 45. Erickson in 4th. As we look outside the top 10, Matthew Eddy. There's Darrell Hamlin. How about Ty Spearman, currently running 18th. Saw first position here tonight, got caught up in a couple of cautions. Led 61 laps, or the first 61 laps of this race tonight. And Cucker working his way now into the backstretch towards turn number 3 here on lap 119. 37 laps led here for the 73. Still a battle for second as Tim Bills looking to the inside yet again of Daniel Pope. 2 different lines being run, and it looks like that outside line, folks. Unbelievable how this outside line has developed as this race has gone on. Daniel Pope that time ran a 15.820, and as we look back and see Tim Bills running the 15.975, Bills is now going to come up into the same line that Pope is running, hopefully to catch some of that success he sees ahead of him, which will be short-lived as he again works the inside groove, trying to gain a little bit on the 16 of Pope. Trevor Edwards now looking to the inside of Nicholas Johnston. He's going to use the apron there in turns 1 and 2. 32 machine. Fighting back, but he's losing the battle here. Just by a small margin. He's going to yet again dive it underneath. A lot of these drivers, you see a lot of different techniques being used. Oh, and Johnston off the wall before turn 3. That's going to bring the 32 of Edwards up side by side into the front stretch. And the next time around, it'll be 25 laps to go here in week number 4 of the Button Box Shop Super Series. And Edwards working the inside. Perseverance paying off in turns 1 and 2. As Johnston to the high side is going to tag the wall for the 3rd time. Wow. You got to wonder how much more beating that 34 car can take before he's going to have to give the line here to Edwards. Two different lines, and again, Edwards, how about that? Right there at the line, Johnson pulling off a little bit of a nose to keep his position. This is a heck of a battle for 5th. Edwards finally looks like he's going to come out of it. But on the outside groove comes back Johnson. And they are just deadlocked here for 5th. Davidowitz watching the battle just ahead. The UPS 59 car, 58 car, 59 car. Pick a number. We'll call it the 59 UPS Chevrolet. And Edwards with the momentum on the inside. Can he clear the 34 of Johnson? Into the front stretch, and there he has it. Lap 131, he clears a 34, but here comes Nicholas Johnston. He's going to fight back to the inside, but it's not going to be enough, as now Trevor Edwards, escaping the lower groove, is going to pick up some momentum and about a car length over the 34 of Johnson, heading into lap 132. Into lap traffic, your race leader, Matt Cucker, who had a 6/10 of a second lead over Daniel Pope, has been cut in half. Here on lap 133, Ian Lane to the inside. Tim Bell's back there behind Pope. And Ty Spearman, guy who led, again, the first 61 laps of this race, about to go a lap down is Cucker. Now looking to pass the 92. To the inside, he's going to swing wide. 53 laps led for Cucker as he passes by Spearman on the inside. He's going to clear the 92 in the backstretch. Of course, now Daniel Pope and Tim Bells are going to go at it. Caution flag comes out on lap 135. 45 of Erickson involved in this one. Let's go back and take a look. That's Edwards to the outside of Erickson. And a little bit of check up there. Different line being run by Erickson from Edwards, and Edwards right into the back of the 45. He's going to check up, and 3 wide action in turn 2. Nicholas Johnston. We're going to watch Edwards ping pong off the 34 up into the quarter panel of the 45. Erickson's going to be spun. He's going to hit the wall in the backstretch on the exit of turn number 2. HPPsimulation.com 45 of Jordan Erickson. We'll bring out the next caution flag here tonight. HeightsPride.com, Dean Satellite Security, The Car Show. Dunleavy's Truck and Trailer Repair here at 52 Designs, Callaway Investments, Lions International, Toxic Media Solutions, JVM Racing, and Tundra Super Late Models. Come off the pace car. It'll be 10 to go when we get the green flag. Matt Cucker, who has led 58 laps, will now have the 16 of Pope to the outside. Bills and Johnson. And while the rest of the field's trying to get caught up, they're going to bring it around one more time. So it'll be 9 to go when we get the green flag. And folks, how about this driver right here? He has been through a lot tonight, the 34 of Nicholas Johnston. An impressive feat here from this driver to be running up in the top 4. Here we go. Pace car will be into the pits at the 9 remaining here at South Boston for the Solo 150. Sponsored by Dean Satellite Security. Off of turn 4, pace car into the pits. Green flag flies, 9 to go. And side by side. Pope working that outside line. Here comes Johnson. Tim Bills is going to fight to the inside. Boy, was he looking loose. Johnson now looking to the outside. Pope looking to edge out the 37. He will before turn 3 with 7 to go. Tim Bills in the lower groove. Oh, did he just thread the needle there? I don't know if you could even put a straw in between, bumper to bumper between Bills and Pope. Boy, did he slide that in there into perfection. Cucker with 5 to go has a 3/10 of a second lead. Pope to the outside of Bills. Back in fourth to 34 of Nicholas Johnston. Watching the side-by-side action and a caution flag. Bringing out the final yellow of the night. That is going to seal the deal. Christian Peterson involved. It looks like the 13 car down there as well. That is Michael Gurman. They will be involved in it, and the final caution is going to come out, and I don't think we're going to see a green flag here. Right as they were coming to 4 to go, pace car will be coming out, and that will seal the deal. So, folks, Matt Cucker tonight will pick up victory in South Boston. Really would have loved to see this one finish under green, especially between the battle with Pope and Bills there for second position. Stay on the pace car for this one. They will pace it out. A little food for thought. Looks like Williamson's going to receive a wave around. Open the cause there in points. White flags in the air. In this season, 4 different winners. Really spicing things up. Here we come to the checkered flag. Your winner tonight, right there. The number 73 of Matt Cucker. And the pace car goes in, so Cucker will do a celebratory burnout here on the front stretch. And we're trying to get the camera over there for you. Catching all that smoke. He's really burning it down. And he's going to make his way from the front stretch over to Victory Lane, which is inside of Pit Road. You see all the rubber and the tires left on the track. And he's he's going to turn the car around, bring it into pit road to victory lane. You can find it. So we show you the camera, folks. He's trying to make his way around there. There he goes. Makes his way into pit road. Putting a little damage on the car. There he is. I think he found it. Right there he comes, folks. Creeping on in there right to victory lane here at South Boston. And he's going to bring it right back around for a little bit of show. Your winner tonight, the 73 of Matt Cucker. Go ahead and bring up the results on the screen for you. And we'll look to get some driver interviews. And then we also have a special interview tonight. A representative from Dean's Satellite and Security will be in to talk with us momentarily. Right now we're going to be joined by the 37 H&H Sign and Supply Machine. Tim Bills joins us tonight. Tim Bills had about 20 laps led in this race. Tell us a little bit of what happened there at the front, especially warmer track conditions. Did you have to run a different line as the race progressed?
Well, my car, I couldn't run up high. I was trying to run off the bottom, and then somebody got outside of me. Just when I was trying to keep it down, it was a little bit loose coming off the corner there. But I couldn't run up high, so I was trying to stay down low, and they just got around me on the outside there. That was a good race there with Daniel and Matt, though.
You guys had a good fight. Tell us, had this thing played out for the final 4 laps of the race, do you think you may have had something for the 16?
I think we'd have just raced side by side for the rest of the race, and whoever, as long as nobody messed up, it would have stayed the same.
Definitely a hard-fought battle here tonight, Tim. Congratulations on finishing third, 20 laps led, no small feat here at South Boston. Is there any thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, I got to give a shout-out to H&H Sign Supply, all the guys over at Wheeling and Dealing Motorsports, and Justin Brooks Designs, Digital Forge Broadcasting, and SARA.
All right. Congratulations, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
We'll see you then.
All right, folks, moving on, we're going to talk to the 16 of Daniel Pope. And we're going to be joined now. Daniel Pope joins us here to talk a little bit about his fight with Tim Bills. Ends up second position here tonight. And I tell you what, pretty much the only driver in the top 3 did not have any laps led, but you definitely had a hard-fought battle with that 37. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, he drove me hard there, and the outside was so much better. It was hard to pass on the bottom. I wasn't perfect. I mean, I tried to set up to run the top a little bit, and I actually kind of think I went the wrong way, and was a little free. So I couldn't get on the bottom, and then those guys that could run the bottom, they come by us there mid-race, and then luckily the bottom died about 40 to go and gave me the top back. I like the stat there that I didn't lead a single lap but still finished second. That's nice, right?
Definitely shows. You don't have to lead them. That's a key thing. A guy could. We saw Ty Spearman here tonight lead the first 61 laps, and I don't think he had a top 10 finish. So definitely shows that you had the presence to be up there tonight. Definitely fighting with these guys. May have not had the nose over these guys at times, but you definitely kept the car there. Tell us, next week we head into Stafford. Comparing South Boston to Stafford, what can we expect there out of the 16 car?
Well, to be 100% honest with you, I don't know. Tonight was my first time actually running a super late at South Boston, so it was a kind of a learning curve as I went there. And so it'll be the same next week. I've never run the super late car at Stafford. I think the most I've ever run there is the late model back on the old tire model. So it's going to be a experiment and trying to figure it out. It's not typically been a very good track for me, so just getting out of there with something decent would make me happy.
Well, I wouldn't be doing the fans' diligence here, the looming question, the elephant in the room, if you will, if I didn't ask about the Week 1 controversy. Do you feel that you've shaken it loose this point and looking forward now? I mean, you're continuing to have some great success here in the Button Box Shop Super Series. Is that going to affect you going forward?
Oh, no, I have no problems with the the week 1 stuff. It comes down to at the end of the day, the officials felt like I jumped a start, and that's where we're at. And when we got here for that last restart, I wasn't as aggressive as I would be normally, so that may have hurt me with an ability to get to his outside. But as we go on, I'll start getting back in rhythm and getting back to where I feel comfortable enough to try to get those good jumps. And I actually kind of done something dumb there on that last restart. I knew he was going to start in 3rd gear because of the wheel spin from the tires being wore out, so I left it in 2nd, hoping I could get a little bit of help. And I actually NHRA burned out the tires coming off of 4, so that's one reason it really didn't go. And after our Iowa race last week, coming out of here would be a positive.
Well, definitely a lot of talent to be said, especially you said not ever being on the track in a super late here at South Boston, and a 2nd and runner-up finish. No small feat to be said from there. So definitely a lot of talent behind it. Looking forward to some great things to come out of the 16 car. Do you have anyone you want to give a thanks or shout out to for your runner-up finish tonight?
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to the 2 guys that work on the setups with me. The most, Jeremy Allen, Daniel Williamson. They run in the series as well. They seem to fall in bad luck every week, and hopefully they can get it turned around and start having some good runs.
All right. Well, congratulations again on your success tonight. Look forward to seeing you next week at Stafford.
All right, man. Thank you.
And as the wind dies down here, we're going to go to Matt Cooker tonight. Cooker coming away with the victory. 69 laps led here at South Boston for the Dean Satellite and Security South Boston Sobo 150. Cooker, you're no stranger to victory lane in other series. We've seen you up front before. Really turning up the talent here at this really warm track. Fought a little bit tonight with a few different drivers to get yourself up to the front. And once you got up front, it was all she wrote there. Even challenged you on a little bit of restarts, but you were able to hold on and take victory. Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, man. First of all, let's get this off. I couldn't find victory lane. This is the first time I ever made victory lane here, so sorry about that. And, all night long, my car was great. It wasn't tight, wasn't loose. It was just rolling the top all right. And then I could put it down bottom if I had to pass people, so it was going good. And then that one restart, Tim got out in front, and I couldn't run him down. And then I got lucky we had another caution, and I had to pass him again on the outside. And then once I got out there, it was just clear sailing, and I was watching my relatives, make sure they weren't coming up on me, and then at one point they started to catch me, but my team member said he was starting to get loose, so I believed him, and I just backed it off a little bit. And then that yellow right before the last one, I was worried because I didn't think I was going to have enough to stay in front of them. Daniel and Tim, they kept me on my toes that whole race from when I got out front to the end.
Well, you're able to hold on, maintain composure, take victory here in week number 4 for the Dean Satellite and Security Sobo 150. Tell us, what can we expect out of the 73 car next week at Stafford Motor Speedway?
I like Stafford a lot. We'll see what happens. That's my 2nd race in the league, and I'm liking it so far. And last week I was running P2 and pit because I felt like I was too tight, so pulled it in. I think we came out with a 7th place finish there, so we'll see what happens. Anything can happen in this league, and there's a lot of good talent, and yeah.
You have any thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give for your victory tonight?
I got to thank freaking Team Vincier, iAnalyze Racing, Globalcom, Digital Ford for broadcasting, and SARA, and Button Box Shop.
Congratulations, Matt Cooker, on your win here tonight at South Boston.
Thank you very much.
All right, folks, we are going to be joined now by Dean Satellite and Security Representative Drew, and I need help on that last name. Help me out there. Is it Kriebach?
Yeah, it's Krybeck.
Krybeck. All right. You never know. Sometimes you get that in there. So Drew joins us here now to talk a little bit about Dean Satellite and Security. The floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, we're just a local company here in Wisconsin. If you're from the Midwest, you may have heard we sponsor about 14 drivers in real racing. And so really was excited. A couple of the guys that I guess you could call quasi-teammates, Bill Martin, who's helped me out, is kind of turned me on to the SARA League here, and you thought, why not get behind them, support them, get our name out there. We're a retailer for DirecTV, Charter, kind of that TV, internet, phone, home entertainment, and just really passionate about racing, and so just decided to jump on board SARA this year. Absolutely love what they do, love what you guys do here on Digital Forge, and thought, we could partner up here a little bit.
And definitely partnering is always appreciated, shows interest and love for racing, and anytime anybody steps in and partners it up, it's always great to have it. And I know this season you guys have contributed to be the Dean Satellite Security Pole Award winner now, and of course Bill Martin winning the pole tonight here received that award, and it's definitely looking forward to handing more of those out as the season progresses. Do you have anything, any contact, if anybody wants to get a hold of you or wants to get a hold of Dean Satellite Security, how can they get a hold of you?
The easiest way is to check us out online at deansdish.com. Otherwise, if you're on Facebook, just search Dean Satellite and Security. We'd appreciate if you'd like our page. That's the reason we partner up is, at the end of the day, we are a business as well, and absolutely love the support that we get from those in racing, and just help us continue to support and give back to the racers themselves.
All right, Drew, appreciate you joining us in here to talk a little bit about Dean Satellite Security. Always a pleasure to be able to talk to the sponsors here with the Semi-Auto Racing Association Super Late Model Leagues. And we look forward to giving out more of the awards, and appreciate, again, you coming in and talking a little bit about it.
No problem. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
There you have it, folks. Drew Krybeck, talking a little bit about Dean Satellite and Security. Always implore you to check out our sponsors. We'll have that up for you at the end of the results here. And like you said, he gave out the website and the Facebook as well. We want you to check that out. Race results on the screen. Matt Cucker picking up victory, 69 laps led here at South Boston. Daniel Pope will be the second runner or finish runner-up here tonight. Tim Bills, Nicholas Johnson, Richie Davidowitz in the top 5. Tanner Cook, Thomas Hazard, Derek Robinson, Matt Rolfe, Matthew Eddy through the top 10. And as we look back through the results, Darrell Hamlin, Clay Snyder, Paul Fugit, Scott Dunlap, Anthony Celentano, Brandon Wilkinson, Ty Spearman, Daniel Williamson, Jordan Erickson, Ian Lane through 20. As we look on back, Michael Gurman, Trevor Edwards, Christian Peterson, Evan Sorensen, Jeremy Adams, Bill Martin, David Krikorian, Jeremy Allen, Wade Cheetah, Michael Baxter through 30. And John Ouellette, your field here tonight for the Dean Satellite Security Sobo 150. And again, it says Iowa Speedway, but we know it's at South Boston. Let's take a look here real quick at the sponsors before we get out of here. The Button Box Shop is your series sponsors. Charlie Kuzma over there on Facebook. Check him out. HeightsPride.com, Dean Satellite and Security, The Car Show. Dunleavy Truck and Trailer Repair, Area 52 Designs, Callaway Investments, Lions International, Toxic Media Solutions, JVM Racing, and Tundra Super Late Models are your series sponsors. And again, folks, coming up next week, we'll be at Stafford Motor Speedway for the Car Show Stafford 125, I believe. And it'll be week number 5 in the series. So far, the first 4 weeks producing 4 different winners. I hope you definitely put that on your calendar, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Thursday night. Whether you got us out on YouTube, Twitch TV, iRacing Live, or Facebook Live, we thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. Always a pleasure. If you'd like to know more about us, find us on the web at forgebroadcasting.com. And of course, if you found us on Facebook, it's Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. That'll do it for us this Thursday night, folks. We'll be back in action Saturday night with the Cars eSport Tour. Just 2 weeks remaining with the super late models and late model stock divisions. Who will be champion? You'll have to tune in to find out. Qualifying starts at 7:30. Features at 9 o'clock. Folks, that will do it for us. I'm Dustin Caldwell saying thanks for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network, and have a great evening.